Welcome to Skegness Pool. My name is George. I'm a lifestyle consultant and a supervisor here at Skegness. Today, I'm going to take you through a bit of an introduction to the gym, the process we need to take when we come into the building, and the steps that we are going to follow to get ourselves in. So the first step we are going to take is we're going to meet the reception team, and we're going to make sure we check in for our appointment, which you can do by asking the team, or if you have your Magna Vitae card, you can simply scan it on one of these cute little scanners here. It's going to basically record your attendance and you go through for your intro. Do remember, if you are a member, do pick up your monthly parking permit. This will cover you for 2 hours on your visit. All you need to do is simply pop on your dashboard. That will cover you for your visit here with us today. So once you come from reception, you're going to be met by this sign. You do have to your right hand side the access and the change rooms for the swimming pool. If you are heading to the gym, we're going to head down the corridor to the left hand side and follow it through. So on your way to the gym, you are going to come past these fitness pods. We do have 5 of these. These are basically for members, and they are accessible used with a code. Please pop to reception and grab the code before you come for your visit. It will allow you to gain access to the small wet rooms that we have provided. Okay, so we are now here at your fitness suite. We have some lockers provided in which we can place our stuff. If we are all done and ready to go, we can head on into the gym via the door. Okay, so when you are on your visit and you are using equipment, can we please make sure that we are grabbing a small wet wipe in between use of equipment? Just give your machine a quick wipe down before and after use, bit of self-hygiene. Bin is provided. As well as that, we do have a water fountain accessible for you to use throughout your session. Okay, so the first machine we are going to look at is your cross trainer. Okay, your cross trainer is a full body cardiovascular machine. Alternatively, your rower is a good option for your warm-up as well. Taking a look at your cross trainer, to get yourself onto the machine, we're going to use these foot plates to place our feet. We're going to hold the inside handles, plant the feet, and take a big step onto the machine. Once we are on, we are going to hold these wider handles, and we're going to try and get ourselves into a forwards motion. We're trying to keep the feet planted to the foot plate, so I don't want to lift the toes or the heels, and keep them planted with that opposite arm and leg motion. When we are doing our warm-up, okay, we need to understand time frame and how hard we should be working. I would say anywhere between sort of 5 and 10 minutes for your warm-up. Again, everybody is different. Everybody takes different amounts of times to warm up. Use a 1 to 10 scale. So your work scale, how hard you should be working. Imagine 1 out of 10 is going to be resting heart rate. 10 out of 10 is going to be max exerted, where we can't do any more. Place yourself around about a 3 out of 10. You want your breathing to be slightly higher than what it is normal. We should start to feel a little bit warmer around the body, around the muscles, around the joints. We don't want to be too exerted where we're getting out of breath, just enough that we increase our heart rate and we get some oxygen pumping around the body. Okay, so we're now going to take a look at your treadmill. Your treadmill is designed to be cardiovascular. We want to be aiming to do something like this towards the end of your workout. In regards to cardiovascular, we want to be hitting at least 150 minutes of light to moderate intensity per week. We want to be trying to get 75 minutes of vigorous cardiovascular activity in the week. Okay, so with your treadmill, first thing we're going to look at is your safety feature with your safety clip. Okay, this is designed to clip onto the bottom of your t-shirt or your jumper. If you were to fall off or fall too far back, it is going to pull that emergency stop. So it is quite crucial we do have that clipped onto us. Okay, so we're now going to take a look at your digital screen. The screens throughout the gym on most of your cardiovascular equipment are all the same, so they should process the same. Okay, to get yourself on, we are going to tap the screen. Okay, there are 3 main functions that we can use when we are using the equipment. We have your login section, which is related to the My Wellness app. If you have a pre-made program or you want to keep track of your progress, you can do so via this function. Your exercise list, there are specific exercises that we can do on the machine, or we can simply press the start button to simply get ourselves moving. Okay, so the functions that we can change on your treadmill is your speed and also your gradient. We can make the adjustments on the screen. You have the speed on the right and your gradient on the left. We can use the plus button to increase. We can use the minus button to bring them back down. If you wish to also change them, we have these 2 levers either side. So the one on my right hand side, we can adjust our speed. So push forward to go up, pull back to bring down, and the same with your gradient. A good safety feature for your treadmill, just to your left hand side, you will see a red light. Okay, the red light indicates that the treadmill is active and moving. If I was to come to a standstill with my workout, you will see it will start to flash. If you are waiting for a treadmill and it is a busy period, watch for the flashing light. Somebody's finishing a workout, you can get yourself prepared to jump on after they have finished. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to look at is your leg press. Okay, your leg press is a big compound movement that's going to help work your legs. It is very similar as a squat position, or if you used to sit on a chair and stand up, we are recreating the same movement. Okay, in order to use your machine, we're going to take a step onto the machine. We're going to push our hips right to the back of the seat, rolling your spine so it's in correlation with the seat shape. We're going to bring our feet up to the required position. Okay, we're going to use the lines on your machine in order to help us guide where our toes need to be. Okay, the lines go from top to bottom. We're going to use the third or the fourth line. We're going to place our toes between these two lines. Okay, we're going to go hip width apart with our feet. We want to keep a nice alignment with our legs, our feet, everything in the same direction. These yellow handles, we're going to pull the handle. It's going to allow us to get into our position. We're going to lower ourselves down, and we're looking to get minimum 90 degrees in our legs. If we can get that a little bit lower, fantastic. Again, we have a good range of motion. Most important part, we don't want our spine and our lower back to pull away from the seats. We want to make sure we've got enough space to move and do the workout. Okay, so the movement of your machine, okay, we need to make sure that we are pushing through our heels, keeping our feet flat, alignment with knee, heel, and hip. There is a little bit of slack into the seat, so we have to push through the movement. So dig those heels down. We can hold on to the handles if you wish. We're going to push, we're going to extend the legs in a nice slow momentum. When we get to the top of your movement, we're going to maintain a small bend in your knees. So we're not going to lock the knee joints. The main reason for that, we actually stop the muscle from working. So we're going to keep a slight bend in the knee as we extend our legs. As we bring them back down, we are looking to create that 90-degree angle with our legs again. But we can also watch the weight. We're trying to keep a small gap in between the weights as we bring them down. So again, nice slow momentum, keeping those feet flat. Extend to near full extension, creating that 90-degree angle at the bottom of your movement. Okay, so all of the weight machines in this gym are mainly what we call pin select. Okay, all we simply do is with the pin, you are going to slide it out of the weight that is on, and we're going to choose your desired weight by sliding the pin back in until it touches. There is a small magnet clip which will keep that in place. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your placard. Again, this is on all of your resistance machines. It simply tells you the name of the exercise that we are going to be doing. The yellow box will show you the setup of your piece of equipment. You'll have position 1 and position 2. So position 1 is how you should look before you start the movement. Position 2 is going to be how you look at the end of the movement. We also have a posterior and anterior photo of the body, so the front and back of the body, highlighting the primary and secondary muscles that we are going to be working with. And if you were wondering what the little QR code is on the bottom left, that is in relation to the app where you can actually scan the QR code and it will show you exactly all the exercises you can do on each bit of equipment. Okay, we are going to look at your high pull kinesis machine. Again, this one is going to be a pull movement, so it's like a lat pull down or a row. With this one, we have to lock our legs in with the pads to start with. So when we take a seat on the machine, we are going to push the big yellow button down. We're going to lock our legs in. You're either going to lock them so we are flat on the floor, 90 degrees in the legs, or we can use the little foot bar to rest the feet on. Okay, we have the weight stacks again. So before we start the movement, slide that pin out, choose the desired weight, making sure it is equal on both sides. With your movement, we're going to grab hold of the handles. We're going to make sure our spine is nice and tall. So we're going to bring our chest over our hips. We're going to keep a nice narrow grip with the arms. We're going to retract the shoulder blades. Big pull backwards. Again, let your arms move around you. So we don't want to swing with the movement. Keep that chest over the hips. Retracting those shoulder blades. Bring the elbows backwards. Again, alternatively, we have single arm movements, and we can in fact come across the body to make a bigger movement with your row as well. Okay, once we are done, push the button down, we can release the legs, and we can step on off the machine after we are done. Hello, and next exercise we're going to look at is your DAP or your dual adjustable pulley. Okay, we can use this for upper body exercises, lower body exercises, and core exercises. On this side of the machine, you're going to see two placards which show you some base upper body movements. You will also find lower body and core exercises on this side. Okay, as the name states, dual adjustable pulley. We can use both sides together. Alternatively, we can work one at a time. To simply adjust, we push and pull the handle. It slides and locks into play, going up and down, okay? All attachments clip on with this small carabiner. You'll have one on each side. They simply clip on. It ranges from different handles. You've got bars, you've got ropes, straps, okay? It all depends on what exercises we are doing. Okay, we're going to take a look at some exercises that we could potentially do with some attachments. We have a piece of equipment such as your ropes. We can use this for bicep or tricep focus. We can simply clip the attachment on, take the pulley nice and high, make that adjustment with your pin select, and we could potentially do a tricep push down movement. So again, hold in the bottom, tuck in the elbows, and we can look to work the triceps. As a push down is a bit of an isolation workout, just to work the tricep muscle. That is one movement that we could potentially do. We could actually change that and go for more of a compound movement. We could simply work with something like your handle, okay? We could simply attach that on and we could go into a bit of a row motion. So we could set your weight and have a bit of a row in a bit of a staggered stance. Again, working your lats as a bit of a unilateral movement, okay? There is an array of equipment that we can use on here. Again, handles, bars, ropes, straps and attachments. Each of these exercises will show you and demonstrate what we need to use and how to do the movement. Again, alternatively, with the app users, with the QR code, you can scan that with your app on your phone and it will show you the exercises and a video of how to do them as well. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed a little video in regards to the gym, a little introduction to the equipment that we have. If you need any further help and assistance with this, you can book in for an introduction at the reception desk. You can do this online and via the phone as well. Any further help you need, you do have a personal program including your membership price. Any further assistance, you can book for personal training sessions and fitness transformations as well. Please remember, when we get to the summer period, we do have access to the outdoor pool and also Altitude 44, which you can inquire about at the reception desk for further prices.